Don't be dismayed if you've never heard of Mossy Creek. Whether native or not, Mossy Creek has a lot of history that many are unaware of. Mossy Creek was established in 1788 by Adam and Elizabeth Sharkey Peck. They arrived via boat from the Holston River from Virginia with their 7 kids. Adam built and opened a mill, while Elizabeth began establishing the first United Methodist Church. The community began to grow, and by the 1840s, the East Tennessee Land Company began advertising the land with the views for new settlers to choose this area as their home. This was in part because Willis Hammond and George Wright found zinc in the area and opened a mine, and it's still in operation today. The Mossy Creek Baptist Missionary Seminary opened in 1851 and is now known as Carson Newman University. And this is a picture that J. Gray Smith took. He posted it in the Review of East Tennessee, and it was taken for the East Tennessee Land Company. This is the advertisement that they used to try and get new settlers to choose this area. The Battle of Mossy Creek, while short-lived, helped secure the area for the Union during the Civil War. Union General Sturgis was able to hold off Confederacy's General Longstreet's cavalry when Major General Martin attempted an attack on Sturgis's men at 9 a.m. on December 29, 1863. General Sturgis's men were able to push the Confederacy back to Talbot Station and maintain their position for the remainder of the war. An estimated 400-ish Confederate soldiers lost their lives, while the Union only suffered 151 deaths during this brief battle. It lasted less than 24 hours. Uh, and Dandridge, a really cool fact about it, is the only city in all of the United States that is named after a president's wife. Martha Dandridge Washington married George Washington. And the town of Dandridge is the only one named after a president's wife. This is a picture of the Mossy Creek Presbyterian Church. It was founded in 1867, but it didn't do the name change to the First Presbyterian Church of Jefferson City until the 1930s. And that's over 30 years after Mossy Creek incorporated the Carsonville and Frame Addition communities into the new Jefferson City limits. It's still standing. It's a beautiful church. In 1868, John Branner built the Oaks, which was the name of his house. John Branner played a pivotal role in the development of Mossy Creek community because he donated 3 acres of his own land for the railroad to run through, but he had a stipulation. Every passenger car that passed through the area had to take a break at the train stop, and this helped build the community quicker than he expected. After Branner's wife, Deborah, passed, Milton Jarnigan purchased the home from the Branner family and renamed it the Glenmore Mansion after his late toddler son. Glenmore is still open to the public, and for $10 you can tour this home that was once owned by the man who helped develop Jefferson City. And it's really pretty at Christmas time. After John Branner's death, his brother Joseph Branner built the Branner Institute for Young Ladies. The boarding school was operational for 3 years, and it's held many functions. It was the first public school available to the Mossy Creek citizens. It served as the first city hall. It was also a jailhouse, a police station, and a fire hall. Cool story. I attended a karate dojo while I was in middle school, and it was located in that building. I remember we would meet at the elementary school, and then on weekends when we didn't have class, we would go clean it up. Uh, right now it's being restored, but its next purpose is remaining a secret. In 1904, shortly after the Mossy Creek uh, experienced the merging of communities and the name change to Jefferson City, one of the deadliest head-on train wrecks in the history of the United States occurred in Newmarket. The train is said to have left Mossy Creek and blew past Newmarket, crashing head-on into the train traveling in the opposite direction. 318 people were injured, while the number of deceased varies on the reports you find. I found anywhere from 36 to 64 people died immediately, and then there were additional people that died uh, after they succumbed to their injuries. Yeah, this is just a really old picture of Jefferson City that I found cool. It, I, there was no date available, uh, but this photo was taken when Main Street was home to two different movie theaters, and that wasn't very common. During World War II, the Manhattan Project was established in nearby Oak Ridge. The national government stepped in and they claimed to be bringing East Tennessee into the 20th century by offering hydroelectric power provided by TVA. Jefferson City was actually one of the first cities in the area that already had electricity and running indoor water. Uh, the water began making its way through town in the 1920s. Uh, this specific area was dubbed the Cherokee Project, aka the Mossy Creek site. It inhabits, they took up 50,000 acres. It displaced 875 families. Um, they had to move 51 different cemeteries. And because of it, they had to reroute over 100 miles of roadway and had to build 14 new land bridges. And the first Saturday of every October offers a free event located in downtown Jefferson City called Old Time Saturday. This event was established to help bring the Mossy Creek community back to life after the new four lane, also known as Broadway Boulevard or Highway 11E, was built and it rerouted traffic away from downtown. I really encourage you, if you get a chance, to stop by and check it out. They have all kinds of old crafts. Uh, they have line dancing. Another one, which isn't Mossy Creek, but it's in Dandridge, is called the Scots Irish Festival. And it's held every year in front of the courthouse. It's something interesting too. But there's your history of Mossy Creek.